Guerrilla interview. This man gave $80,000 to Josh Lynn, who's running for District Attorney, and he did everything possible to hide from any way anybody could find him. But guess who tracked him down and found him in less than 48 hours? Guess. Guess. You guessed right. It was me. I plead guilty as charged. I tracked this guy down, and we're going to give you just, and I taped him for 20 minutes. He was very nervous. He was very upset that I found him. This guy was an investigator for the District Attorney's Office. Not a DA, not a lawyer, but an investigator for 27 years. And I went to pull his Form 700. It was one page. He virtually claims he has nothing. Yeah, we found him living in $1 million house, which wasn't listed on his Form 700. And his greatest concern is, how did you find me? No, it was Ron Zonin told you. No, I said it wasn't Ron Zonin. Oh, no, I said it wasn't Dozer either. Who? And I'm wondering, why is he so upset that I found him? I just want to ask him, why did you give $80,000? And note the panic and nervousness in this guy. And think about it. We're going to have more for you on this guy. He's promised to sit down with me next week before I have the guy he gave the $80,000 to. So watch this. I'll be back with Fred Strong running for the 33rd Assembly. And boy, has he got some good stuff.
Zonin's a friend of mine, and Ron Zonin is a fantastic prosecutor.
Gordy Hawkinclass.
Another one of my friends, and a fantastic man. Just incredible man.
Okay. What's wrong with Lynn's opponent? If you just give me one thing, what was the misconduct? Because people want to know. They're coming up to a primary here on June 8th, and all they see is signs, but they don't have any information, and I think this is a really important race.
Well, I'll be more than happy to bring, the exact instances and give you the exact pages and the transcripts and everything, but
you need time to research that.
No, I don't. I have that available to me, and I can grab it, but now's really not the time to do that, to sit down with you. I'm not dressed appropriately. And,
okay, that's fine.
And if I'm going to sit down with you, I want to do it in a professional way. But these two candidates are night and day, and I wouldn't extend my passion for the DA's office, and I care about everybody there and what their future is and what they're going to be left with, depending on which candidate gets in.
Right.
And there's a vast difference there of what's going to happen to this community and for the people that I'm left there, my family there, for what could happen there. And I don't want to see the office turned into a big political machine or politicized. And I want to see that look, when you're in the prosecutor's office, you have to have just impeccable integrity and ethics. And that's got to be pervasive throughout the entire office, and that has to be the rule.
Can you call me back next week and give me a date where you can sit down and you can be appropriately addressed and have time to review your notes and we can get it on tape? Because this is coming up quick. We don't have much time.
I can, actually probably next week's probably, I don't know, when do you...
I broadcast live every Friday night. It goes live and then we put clips on YouTube. You can find them under William Wagner. Well, let me be clear. Let me be real clear about this. Boy, it's hot here under these television lights. This man who you just saw did not want to be found. And he was panicky. Obviously, he was nervous. So we're going to give him a chance to sit down. And he didn't donate $80,000. He lent $80,000. But even still, lending $80,000, I went to the other side, Miss Dudley's side, and tried to get two different people. Neither one would answer their door. They're hard to find, just like this guy was. He's not listed, doesn't have a listed phone number. His Form 700 doesn't give his address. He supposedly owns nothing, has no stocks and bonds, and yet he had $80,000 to lend. to Josh Lynn running for DA. Now that's not a crime, but I really want to know what would a guy whose only degree is a high school diploma and 27 years working for the DA's office, and he's got $80,000? On the other hand, Miss Dudley, Joyce Dudley, who's his opposition to Josh Lynn, and I'm going to give her free time to get her piece in. This is interesting, people. The DA, to me, there's two important races. That's not who's president or who's governor. Those are not really important. If you have your county under control, if your sheriff won't arrest you and your DA won't prosecute you, most of your civil liberties will be intact. If your sheriff, well, like Sheriff Max said at Fresno Tea Party, he said the country now hangs by the sheriffs. It's up to the sheriffs. It's our last chance, the sheriffs, to defend us against tyranny. And I hope Bill Brown, sheriff for this county, and the sheriff in San Luis Obispo County, what's his name, Fred?
The current sheriff?
Yeah, the current sheriff going out.
Jim. I can't think.
Sheriff Jim of San Luis Obispo County.